Good evening. Well, I've finished the backup project. I've backed up a few of these drives here. SCSI hard drives for the Amiga 2000. Got a little pile here. So the pile on the left there successfully backed up. This pile here, this pile, we had issues. This drive seems to be a little bit flaky. This is one of the HP drives. 2 gig. Seems a bit flaky. I did manage to get a backup of it. It did report a successful backup with this one. No, sorry. Backup attempt, the first attempt failed, but when it was, very close to being finished, and the image is mountable in WinUAE, so I managed to recover this. Subsequent backups, it won't even detect the drive in WinUAE any longer, so I can't get a backup. I can't try and get a full successful backup from that. But the image from this is mountable. It works. So there's that one. This drive here came, I took this off the GVP A2000 HC8 card that's in the Amiga with the 030 accelerator in it. In fact, I'll show you that, show you what I've done there. Let's pull that SCSI card out there. Let me get you a better view there. So this drive here was installed on this card. So this is the GVP, what's it called officially? A2000-HC+8 Series 2, Revision 1. It's got 4 megs of RAM on it there. That was installed physically on this board here, on this hard card. That is definitely faulty, so I can't get that to boot in the Amiga, and it slaved onto old Stormy there, the Windows 8.1 install. It doesn't, the Adaptec controller doesn't pick it up, so that's kaput. This is another, seems to be the Pro drives are a little bit unreliable. This is another Pro drive. This one did not detect on the Adaptec. So I've got a few failed drives there, but the good news is I've got some good ones as well. This drive I put onto this hard card here, but something interesting with this, if I just show you here. Evening, Evil C. How you going, man? I've made some progress and not made any progress in certain areas. I can tell you now that I have not progressed at all with the SCSI CD-ROM, and I think I'll go through that in a sec, but have a look at this. So this is the Pro drive. This has got Workbench 1.3 on it. Have a look. What do you see? El Scorcho. Looks like a capacitor might have gone on this one too, eh? Yeah, kaboom. So, interesting thing though, is that the drive that came out of it, or the drive that was mounted on this hard card here, was this here, right? And it was mounted like so, and I took a close look, matching up the area that you would expect to see a burn mark on here, and it looks perfectly fine. So there's been another hard drive installed in this machine, on this card here, and it's had a failure at some stage. So yeah, and it's not this drive here. This works perfectly fine. This is just one that I'm wondering whether this might have come out of this machine originally. I'm not sure, but it's got GVP drive boot ID1. It also says here DH4, DH5, 3.1, but that's not true to label. It's more so true to label to this one here. And I just mounted this on here because I can, and it'll boot to Windows 3.1, Workbench 1.3. Been working with PCs for too long. It's good news about your, see you've made progress with your Amiga 2000 as well. That's good. I see you had a hard card as well. You put a photo up on the Discord channel. I've got this massive bloody cable. Oh, I saw that cable you made too. That's awesome. In this situation, hey, look, we've just got to go from there to there, and this is this massive cable. Anyway, I really just wanted to see it boot with, into Workbench 1.3, which it does. There's not much on it. In fact, it's not very exciting. I'll remove that. It's a bit of a pain. These cards are a little bit painful in that you can't get the power plug in with the drive mounted, this power plug here. You can get the SCSI cable plugged in, but not the power. So you have to undo these screws here. Just unmount the drive physically. Hey Neo, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Just going to. Oh yeah, I can read that a bit better on the screen here. It's SCSI. 50-pin SCSI. Oh, okay. Doing the old retro bright. Oh, I've got heaps of SCSI cables. There's no worries there. I'm not going to run this as it is here. I'm just going to... I really just mounted this so that I could see it boot, Workbench 1.3, which it did. Look, someone's broken off. Someone's screwed in a screw. It's probably the wrong thread. and they've screwed it in so tight they've just broken the head off the screw. Let's see if I can get that out. So someone's kind of done a bit of butchering. Yeah, that is extremely tight. Extremely tight. Might have to get that in the vise. Yeah. No. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Either that or I'll file it flat. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can mount these with 2 screws, 2 or 3 screws. It's no problem. In fact, I don't even need to have a hard drive on this here at all. The only reason I'm not mounting one here, you know, my working drive as such, is because I'm pulling the drive in and out so often. I'm slaving it onto my Windows 8 machine to copy stuff across, which I've just been doing. So just lighten the load here. The SCSI CD-ROM is a failure. I'm not 100% sure I've done all that I need to do to get it to run, to be honest. You'll probably know, Evil C, you'll probably know what's required. My understanding was that you copy the CD-0. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the rails on it. It's just a outright card. Yeah, my understanding is you copy the CD-0 from the devs folder into the, devs folder on the DOS drivers on the Workbench install. But it didn't work, and I'm not 100% sure if I've got everything I need there. But if I plug in, so the project today, so this SCSI drive here, although it works on a PC, it's confirmed working, doesn't work. I had the IDs all set correctly. I can't seem to get that to work. I was watching a video while I was working today, actually, on, what's the guy's name? Gadget UK, and he was talking about getting a CD-ROM going in his Amiga 2000, and with old hardware, he actually gave up in the end. He spent days, apparently, and he gave up in the end, and he put in a modern SCSI controller with an SD card. I haven't watched the rest of the video yet, but yeah. I'll let you know if I, make any progress with it. But from what I saw with what Gadget UK was doing, and he's literally spent days and days and days, he said, trying to get this, not just CD-ROM sorted out, but hard drives partitioned and formatted on the SD card, things like that. And, he did a lot of research and whatnot. And yeah, as far as physical CD-ROM on a physical card, it looks to me like he just gave up. Put it in the too hard basket. I think it's something to do with different ROMs versions on the cards, and yeah, it looks. In saying that, my 040 down here, it's got an IDE. It's got a Buddha IDE card and an IDE DVD ROM drive. That works fine. IDE, I think, is a bit easier. Actually, that's the wrong drive. Yeah. So I don't know whether I'll pursue that any further. I think I've got another IDE controller in another machine. Maybe I'll I'll mess around with that. But yeah, I'm just sort of messing around tonight, really. Nothing too exciting going on. What I did though is I installed, well, this has got WHDLoad installed, and I grabbed Zeb's image and I copied the games, just the games that I wanted, across from Zeb's image. And that's nice and easy to do when you can connect up a physical drive and, you know, copy the files across from an image file, which is exactly what I did. Pretty handy. So that's the dead pile over there. Okay, let's move this out of the way so you can see my screen there. As I say, it's not overly exciting, but you know, it's a little bit of progress as far as I'm concerned with getting the games going. Let me just fire that up. Okay, we're all set there. So we've got games folder. And these are just some of the games that I decided that I'd like to have easy access to. I haven't tested all of them, but you know, there's the list here. If you can read it. There's a lot of games that I remember from, you know, my early Amiga days, and there are some there that I just know about, but haven't really spent a lot of time with, and I want to explore. So, yeah, that works pretty well. And I've got that to the point where, you know, I can just copy, you know, like an entire folder from Zeb's image straight into this folder here, and it just works nice and easy. Okay. But what I wanted to do today, actually, if we have a look here, is we've got a music folder here, and I've got some, you know, classic mod files, right? I don't know specifically what these files are as such. Whether I know them or not, I don't know. But you might recognize some of them, you may not. It was a mod pack that I downloaded, and this is a folder inside the mod pack, and it's just called Classics. So I assume that these are reasonably well-known mods. I'm not too sure whether I'll get content strike on some of these, but not sure. But of course I need a player to play it. And from what I can see, the Hippo player here is a pretty good player. Sorry, I can't zoom in too much, otherwise it's going to focus hunt there, which it's already starting to do. Just extract that there. Jeez, it's starting to get bloody warm. Hang on a sec. Okay. Before I go doing this, I've got an original copy of Directory Opus 5 here that I wanted to take copies of these discs and use those rather than use the original, so I wanted to use the copies. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I've got a box, got the old box of blanks. These are discs that I've basically gone through that were like double ups, and you know, formatted them to make sure that they're all good, so I can just use these. It's quite handy. Oh, that's the thing. Do I have Xcopy on here? Better get Xcopy on there, eh? Can't not have Xcopy. Bloody hell. Xcopy. Here we go. Oh, I bet the 060s are expensive. Bloody hell. Yeah, that'd be crazy, I'm sure. Actually, I should copy this down. Oh dear. Oh, actually, I think this floppy disk drive on this machine's a little bit fussy. DH0. I'm just going to upset it. Yeah. Sorry about this focus hunting here. I'm trying to get it to focus on something. Okay. Whoa. €890. What is it? About 2 to 1 to the NZ dollar at the moment? The euro? Somewhere around there, isn't it? It's similar to the powered, isn't it? I think. Yeah, that's just crazy though, isn't it, eh? Yeah, so you're looking at, I don't know, with shipping, you know, couple of grand, right? For an 060. Bloody hell. Just crazy. I'm just wondering if I'm going to have issues with this DH0 being a little bit flaky. Yeah. $1,600 and then God knows how much for shipping, right? Who knows? Yeah. Jeez. Crazy. Crazy. Right. I'll just copy this directory opus here to a potentially dodgy df0. Anyway. Make sure that is right protected, just in case I go the wrong way. Yep. Yeah, I think I might have to hook up my external floppy drive. Let's have a look here. Yeah. No, it's not happy. It's not happy. I've got a good external floppy drive here that I'm sure will, pretty sure it's good. That's another project I've got in the wings, is to go through and test all of my external floppy disk drives. Right. Commodore Leo. How long ago were they out? What year's that? Oh, wasn't it someone that was basically just making a cell phone that they had the, you know, the rights to the name of Commodore? Hey, from what I remember. Right. DF1 to DF2. DF1 to DF2. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what was the Commodore Leo like, Neo? was it Android? Yeah. Yeah. So you had one of these Commodore Leos, yeah? Do you still have it? That's the next question. Oh, I see. Yeah. I was going to say. Yeah. I will probably end up converting these to ADFs. Yeah, just before COVID, was it? Bought shares just before COVID in Air New Zealand. They'll come back up though, won't they, if you've still got them? I'm sure. Did you get the boing? Right, Opus 5. I've even got the manual for this bloody directory Opus. And it's crazy, just reading through that. It's like, man, the stuff you can do. We've got the 5.11 update here. So I might as well copy. Get that one. Oh, yeah. It's never a good time, is it? So yeah, the reason I'm copying this is I want to put directory Opus on this machine because Hippo Player is not just a simple install. You've got to put a bunch of files in the right directories and things like that. Yeah, yeah, totally. It's like an insurance thing that we were going to renew with AMI and decided to go with someone else. It was business insurance, and AMI still haven't got the hint that we're not going to go ahead with their insurance. And they're like sending every month, they send in the post, they send a physical letter to say your premium has not been paid. And we got sick of it today, and Andrea rang AMI and said, sorry, but we're not going ahead. It's been a year and you still haven't got the hint that we're not going ahead. Opus 5.11 update. Right, let's get directory Opus on this machine. The full registered version. Registered. Does it have a key? Doesn't appear to. Let's put it in work. Let's proceed. Oh, yeah, the cats cause a bit of havoc, do they? Alice is doing well, by the way. Sometimes she just nuts out like you wouldn't believe. She's hilarious. I've been meaning to get capture some of it on video, but it's just, you got to be at the right place at the right time with her. Otherwise you end up with a whole lot of footage you don't really want. It's going to be really boring, but it'd be quite cool maybe just to record a bit and or record a big chunk and then just edit the hell out of it just to get all the really good chunky snippets. Yeah. Oh no. I've got VHS tapes of New Zealand railroads, steam era, and it covers like North Island, South Island, you know, main trunk. It's got some really cool footage. I've been thinking about ripping it actually, and I'm not too sure. I guess the files probably be quite big. I'm wondering if I can just put it on once I rip it, whack it up to YouTube, and I'll send you the link if when I do get around to it. If you're interested in that, yeah. If you're interested in Steam, serialize directory to protect you serialize your copy of Opus 5 with your details and the registration number from your install disk. Oh. Don't like the look of that. Did that work? Opus 5. Uh-oh. Doesn't like that, does it? I wonder if I put this update on, it's 5.11, whether it might fix that. Otherwise, I might need to go to Opus 4, I wonder. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. I played a bit of Railroad Tycoon the other day. Did you see that? Are you interested in that sort of thing? It's not really a simulator as such. I've seen some of those simulators. It's more of a economy type. Yeah, it's definitely more efficient, hey? A lot more efficient. Mm. I'm not quite sure why this is coming up with an error when I run directory Opus. I've never had that problem before. I wonder if it's something to do with the 030 accelerator. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. There was some sort of player I saw that it... I wonder if I can open and play files with Directory Opus. Yeah. LHADIR directory. Double click on the install LHADIR. Now, does it actually run? That's the next question. No, it doesn't. Might as well do this. What? Translations? No. Not quite sure why this is not running. Recoverable alert. Oh, that's a bugger. So I've got the Hippo player here, which I've extracted here. There's a README, which I don't have a reader for. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Have your own ride-on steam engine. That would be cool. Why can't I read this? Doc. Can I use ed? Work. What the hell's going on here? That's just trying to run the edit program. I'm missing a library. Oh, well, I bet that's cool. Classic Lego trains. That's awesome. Something's up with my install, eh? I can't run ed. Likewise, directory opus. I wonder if it's something to do with an image that I've, you know, just copied onto this drive to make, it's a pre-packaged, as far as I remember, it's a pre-packaged image. I'm wondering whether I might start with a brand new install. I think Carsey's on at the moment, is he? Old mate Carsey's on. Is he streaming yet? Doom and Time. Yes, he is. Playing Doom. I could do. It's sort of got to the point where I'm thinking about reinstalling an operating system from floppy. Just because I can. .3.1. I've never had ed cause issues like this. I've never had directory opus cause issues like this. It seems to me there's something up with this install. I'm quite happy to go through it again. I want to put 3.1 on and then upgrade to 3.5 for this machine. So I might just do that. And yeah. Do I have the discs? That's the other question. Because I don't trust this install. But I'm not going to blow it away because I've got other discs. I've got other hard drives I can use. I'm just not 100% sure what's causing that issue. So that is it's what I've called my Zeb WHDLoad drive. This one, actually, this has got a workbench. This has got a workbench installed on it. This drive here. I might just try that, see what sort of results we get out of this. I think this was just something I was having a wee play around with. But it might be in a better state. That's if it's still intact. Yeah, that's looking good. Thing is, I don't have my WHDLoad stuff on this one. but that can be fixed. Right, first things first. What have we got on here? Oh yeah, I was having a wee play with WHDLoad. WHDLoad is actually installed. I just need to transfer those games across. But first of all, let's see if I can run ed at least. Huh, look at that. Same issue. Okay, oh, what the hell's going on there? Oh, my other issue is that I've got a flaky bloody DF0. So installing Workbench from floppy is going to be problematic. Bugger. I've got another floppy drive here that I could temporarily just hook up. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's have a look here. I've got this one I need to give a good test. I've got sometimes does not detect disks, but that's question marks. I cleaned it and I lubricated, you know, used contact cleaner on the little switches. So, you know, that could be a good test for that drive actually. Just put it through its paces. Just have to make sure I've got the jumper set correctly for DF0, which I do. And I think I'll just blow this image away. I'll blow away this disk. Could just be missing libraries or something like that, couldn't it? But I mean, it didn't mention that it was missing any libraries, so don't know what's going on there. Okay, let's boot Workbench 3.1 install. It didn't go to Red Guru, it took me back out, but didn't run the software. Pain in the butt. Rightio. Why is it not booting off the floppy disk? Oh, is that not bootable? The install disk is not bootable, is it? Let's have a look. Install. System bootable. Here we go. Workbench 3.1. Still not booting. I wonder if, yeah, see, it's not detecting that disk. there it did that time, and that's exactly what I was seeing. That's exactly what I've got on the label, that it's not detecting discs properly. Maybe it just needs a bit of exercising. Let's run with it, see if it gets better. Yeah, this drive doesn't have an LED. It's either fallen off, or it's been taken off, or it's faulty. Now, I think if I put the install disk in, and hard drive tools, hard drive toolbox, it doesn't recognize the drive. I'm tempted to try Ed on the emulator with that install, just to see if it behaves the same way. Do I need some sort of driver to, so it recognizes this? Oh, actually, I probably need the Great Valley Plains Lemon A2000 HC8 driver disk. Yeah, probably. But I'm curious as to whether, actually, if I plug my WHDLoad disk into the physical in Windows 98, Windows 8.1 machine, old Stormy, whether I get the same issues, through an emulator. Right, I've got this configuration here, and got a test OS 3.1, but that is an HDF, that's a test HDF file which I've been using. And I'm really curious to see whether I get a similar issue here or not. Required argument missing. If I go to work, oops, list, and if I just try and open that head, hippo player dot read me works fine. Let me try that with the hard disk. Remove the HDF, add a physical hard disk. This is the one that I had in the machine. Add that, and we restart. Physical disk, yep, that looks good. Start that. So this is booting from the physical SCSI drive. Yep, that's interesting. We'll get a different cursor. Oops. Oh, I'm hitting up arrow, and it's because the shift key's tiny on this keyboard. Work. And that's working. But it's interesting, I've got a different pointer here. I wonder if I need to recopy this image across. Where's it getting this workbench here? Oh, this is Zeb's. Oh, what's going on here? Oh yeah, I've got Zeb's image loading. I should remove that. Restart. Okay, that's looking more like it. Looks more like the same as I had before. and it works. But it doesn't work on the physical computer. This is the physical drive running in an emulator, but when I plug it into the physical computer, it doesn't like it. In fact, what's the bet directory Opus runs? Look at that. I think I've got the serial number for it. Yep. That's weird, isn't it? Could I have a RAM issue, maybe? I don't know. But that seems to be working fine. My configuration is similar. Oh, I've got it set to 020, 24-bit addressing. It's not exactly the same as my computer because my computer's an 030. If I load that one. 020. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. I wonder if it's something to do with 24-bit addressing being enabled here. Let's see. I've got an FPU 8882. Chipset. Oh, is it something to do with why would I have AGA? ECS Agnes. RAM, 2 meg chip, and oh, that card's only got 2 meg on board. I'm just going to make it exactly the same. 1 meg of RAM, chip, 2 meg Zorro 2 fast, which is on the accelerator. No. That's on wait on. It's on the SCSI card. Maybe I've got 6 meg total. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, there's 2 meg. There's 2 meg on the 030 accelerator card and 4 on the SCSI controller card. But I can only choose 4 or 8, so I'm tempted just to choose 4 here. And let's see. So I should save that. And I should also save that one because I've been using both. But anyway, I'm going to stick with this one. And that works. I'm going to pull that drive again and just test it again in the physical machine. Pretty bizarre. So it works fine in an emulator, but not on the actual computer. I'm tempted to pull the accelerator card and just see whether it's got a bearing on this at all. Accelerator coming out. Yeah, 4 megs of RAM now. So what the hell's going on? Floppy disk light is on continuously. That's DF1. It's like it's waiting for a disk. That's weird. No, it's not the accelerator. That is totally weird. I think I need to find the install disk for the GVP A2000 so that I can do a fresh install of the operating system from floppy, you know, format the hard drive, etc. Because it seems to me that there's something wacky going on between the physical machine and the emulation. Whereas the emulation is fine, but the physical machine isn't. Totally bizarre. And this installation on this physical hard drive here it was done via an emulator. So I had the physical drive plugged in and I did the install onto an HDF file. And then once I had it all set up, I imaged that HDF file across to the physical disk and ran it from there. But it was not until now that I've realised that this problem for that orange bloody guru screen. So I think I'll call it, and I'll have a dig around for the GVP install disk and see if I can get a physical workbench from floppy install done, just see whether that makes any difference. Not quite sure what's going on there. Anyway, thanks for calling in, and yeah, I'll catch up with you at some stage once I know exactly what's going on. We've made a bit of progress, so Yeah, once I've made progress, I'll let you know. So yeah, thanks guys. We'll catch you again. I'll raid the old Carcinomi.
They're more interesting than walking in circles in Doom, I'm hoping. Next we've got the red key. Exactly the only door. Yeah. Bastards. That's going in circles with workbench installs. That's what workbench installs are for. What am I doing?